Hi, good morning. Welcome to Chair Yoga. My name's Jen Clore. If I don't know you, but I'm guessing people watching I do know. So let me know if you want to say hi in the comments. It's always nice for me to see who's watching the videos and practicing along. So we'll get started this morning with our practice. I've just got like a regular old, super old folding chair for my practice, so you don't need anything special, and also you need something sturdy, okay? And today you may want to even at one point move your chair up against a wall or up against another piece, maybe the couch or something, another piece of sturdy furniture, just so it doesn't move or budge, okay? In a few of the poses that we'll be practicing. So let's get started. Go ahead and find your chair. If you're not already there, I'll find mine. And then just sit nice and tall. So I always start by chanting 3 ohms, okay? So this is something that you can either do with me and join in, or just listen to the sound that's created. So this works with your breath also, and so just breathing in and breathing out. The sound that we make is kind of like a but you know, there's no right or wrong. Okay, this is just the vibration really that your body creates. That's all it is. So sit tall in your chair, right? We want to feel like our upper body is lifting up out of the seat, and then place the palms of your hands together right at the center of your chest. Okay, take your head side to side, one way and then the other, and then bring your head right back to the center and tuck your chin down slightly. I'll invite you to close your eyes, and if you're not okay with that, just kind of look down at the floor. And then notice the palms of your hands. Notice your 2 hands meeting together at the center of your chest. Just observe the energy of that left hand as it moves in towards the right, and the right hand as it moves in towards the left. Observe if you are able to sense that one side is a little stronger or more dominant than the other side. And try to balance out, try to equal the pressure between those 2 hands. So as I mentioned, either join me in chanting the 3 ohms or just listen to the sound that's created. And then once that last ohm is complete, I'd like you to notice where the noise stops and the silence begins. So prepare by exhaling, breathe out. Nice full inhale breath. Then slowly release the palms, and if eyes are still closed, just start to blink those eyes open once again. Okay. So if you're just joining in, I want to say welcome once more. When we chant 3 ohms, it helps to settle us into our practice. Okay, it helps me prepare to teach, and it helps you prepare to practice your yoga poses today. Helps us to kind of flip that switch, you know, from doing whatever it is that we had our mind on prior to what we're going to do right now for the next 45 minutes. So it's very helpful. So once again, sitting up nice and tall, I'd like you to hug your shoulders, squeeze your shoulders up high towards your ears, pull your shoulders back, and then set your shoulders down. And then again, raise those shoulders up, pull the shoulders back, and set the shoulders down. And then one last time, squeeze those shoulders up, roll the shoulders back, and set the shoulders down. Okay. Very good. Now, keeping the height that you created, okay? So rock side to side. Notice your sit bones pushing down into your seat, those two bones, and then lift your upper body away from those bones, okay? Keeping the chest up, keeping the shoulders back and down. Now we'll take a few breathing exercises, just a long, slow, deep breath in and out. So exhale first, release all that air that's in your lungs, and then a big full inhale breath. And then open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. This is a cooling breath. Exhale through the mouth. One last time, inhale through the nose. And then exhale, open mouth. Really sigh that air out as long as you can make that breath last. And then seal your lips. Inhale through the nose. Try not to lose your posture. Try not to lose your height. Exhale out the nose. You can close your eyes for this as well. Inhale through the nose. Nice and slow. Exhale through the nose. So repeat now. I'm not going to tell you when to breathe. You know when you need your next breath. So try to lengthen out now. Stretch the length of your breath out as you exhale and as you inhale. Okay, I'll watch the clock. We'll just take a couple minutes. Keep your posture tall. Chin down, chest up. Long, slow, smooth breaths in and out. Slow that breath down. Maybe each breath gets just a little longer. Maybe each breath gets just a little slower. Take your time. Try not to slouch on that exhale breath. Try not to lift or raise the shoulders or the chin on your inhale breath. Just about 3 more rounds now, as long as your breath stays smooth. If it's getting choppy, shaky, just take a break and go back to your normal breathing. And then after your next inhale breath, breathe in again, nice and slow and deep. Fill up as much as you can, and then return to your normal breathing. If eyes are closed, continue to let the eyes rest. Just notice your natural respiratory system, your natural respiration, how the body works, just giving you the air you need and releasing the air you don't. And then if eyes are closed, just start to blink those eyes open slightly and let your eyes readjust to the light in the room. Okay. Excellent. So let's get our body moving a little as we proceed, okay? So go ahead and scoot forward a bit on your chair seat and then take your legs out nice and long. I'm a little closer to the camera today, so my legs look really long. So heels down, toes up, sit tall. You can hang on to the chair for support. As a matter of fact, I kind of recommend that, maybe hands behind the hips slightly. So as you're flexing your feet, lift that chest, even roll those shoulders back and down again, okay? And then just hinge forward. It's not like we're really concerned about how low you'll go. Think about stretching out and forward, not so much down, okay? Push your bottom into the chair seat, okay? Feel that stretch across the lower back, lengthen your spine. Maybe lengthen your arms. You can also tuck your chin down towards your throat as well. And then from there, go ahead and release your hands. Relax your feet. Just let your feet go in a comfortable, relaxed position. And pressing your bottom into the seat, we'll just slide the hands forward. Okay, so this is just kind of like a relaxed, lazy, I shouldn't say lazy, sorry, restful, okay, forward bend. So just kind of come, bring the head down low. You might not get that low. You might stay up here. Okay, so you can curve your back, relax through the spine, and just kind of fold your body in half. Noticing what you notice. Head is down. Just listen to the sound of my voice. Notice what you notice in the feet and the legs, in the spine, shoulders. And then to release, just slowly start to shift your shoulders back toward the back of the chair and roll your spine all the way back up to a vertical position. Okay, so we'll do that again. Take a big inhale breath. Let's reach out nice and wide. And then exhale, just kind of fold. Slide those hands forward. Gently fold your body in half. And then inhale, start to roll all the way back up. Okay. Head is last. And we'll take another inhale breath and reach. And then exhale, you can even draw the palms down, fold. Stay here for another breath. And then roll again all the way back up to center. Head being last. Okay. Now bend both legs. Okay. We'll take a little spinal twist here. So keep your right leg bent, straighten out that left leg again. This time the foot is flexed. Okay. Sitting tall will rotate toward that bent leg. Take your hand to the outside of your knee. Your other hand on your chair someplace to help you turn around in that spinal twist. Inhale and sit nice and tall. Exhale, twist around just a little more deeply. Maybe you can even turn your head to look over your shoulder. And then unwind back to the center. Switch those legs around. Okay. Sit tall first and then rotate. Belly, ribs, shoulders, hands resisting the chair, the leg, to get into that nice deep twist. And then unwind again back to center, bend both legs and go ahead and stand up. So we'll start today standing at the back of the chair. So what I'm interested in kind of going over today is the inner legs. Okay, the strength of your inner legs, not just the thighs, but the inner knees, the inner arches, inner ankles even of your feet. Okay, and mainly coming from personal experience to where I noticed I've rolled out to the outside edges of my feet so much in my lifetime. I've kind of developed a little bit of a hitch in the one bone. But so standing, let's start with feet about hip width apart, and then stand tall, like as in your best tall posture for this moment, okay? And then thinking about the soles of your feet, okay, where is the weight? Are you someone like me who rolls kind of to the outside edges of those feet? What I'd like you to imagine is the bottom of your feet, okay? As a matter of fact, just kind of have your arms out to the side and roll to the toes. You don't have to bring your heels up. They might come up naturally. Roll back, a little bit more weight on the heels, and just kind of rock and roll, shifting your weight forward and back on the feet. Okay, you're going to get to know your feet today. All right. Now come back to center. Come back to the center. Imagine there's like a triangle on the bottom of your foot. I'm going to explain what I'm talking about. So let's imagine that one point is like under the mound of your big toe, not the flesh of your big toe, but across the word is escaping me now. One point under the big toe, another point under the little toe, and then the center of your heel. So think of that triangle shape. Big toe, little toe, center of the heel. Okay, now as you're standing, imagine placing, sorry about that. Okay, as you're standing, imagine placing weight on those 3 points of the triangle on both of your feet. All right, so push down on under the mound of the big toe, the ball of your foot. That's what I'm trying to remember. The ball of the foot at the big toe, the ball of the foot at the little toe, and then the center of your heel. Okay, and then relax. Okay, let your feet go back to normal, and then do that again. Press the mound of the big toe, the mound of the little toe, the center of the heel. Tighten up then the legs. Okay, pull your stomach in. Get that chest up nice and tall. Hug the shoulders up, pull them back. Let them move down. Let the arms reach long. Let the fingers stretch to the floor. Notice your feet again. Notice your feet again. I'm going to move my chair so I can talk about my legs a little bit more. Okay, go ahead and release. Now, a lot of times what happens is we skip past the knees, okay? And I'm going to talk about knees today. So I want you to consider the inside edges of your knees. In some yoga circles, it's called the inner chip of the knee, okay? In this mountain pose in Tadasana, in a really good, strong posture, the inner chip of your knees almost rolls inside, almost rolls inward. And when that piece rolls inward, you can't lock your knees, okay? Another common kind of bad habit is to press against the back of the knees to lock those knees. That wears them out, and it is just not a good thing. You could be headed toward a knee replacement if that is a common thing. So inner chip in the knees kind of moves in. When the inner chip moves in, the inner thighs roll in, okay? So your inner thighs will be more utilized basically in your standing posture. So let's start at the bottom of the feet again. Okay, push your feet down, rock forward, rock back, do a little rocky there, and then come back to the center. Mound of the big toe. Okay, mound of the little toe. Equal pressure, center of the heel, center of the heel. This might even let you realize your inner arches, okay? Your inner arches of your feet are lifting here, right? Now move up the leg. Kneecaps, lift them up, hug those kneecaps up, but roll the inside edge of the knees in slightly, okay? Just that skin, that little piece of skin. That helps roll the thighs in slightly. So if it feels like thighs are moving that way, that's a good thing. Pull the stomach in, lift that chest. Okay, I'll turn to the side. Roll the shoulders back and down. Tuck your front ribs in. Okay, we don't want to stick the belly out. Stomach's in nice and tight. Ribs are in. Hands are down. Okay. Head's on the center of its axis. Breathe. Try not to hold your breath. And then release. Okay, now let's put the mind in here. It's worth spending time on your posture. It's very well worth it. So push those feet down. Figure out your triangle. Figure out how can I put weight on those 3 points on my feet, okay? Hug those kneecaps up. Inner chip of the knee rotates in slightly. If your inner thighs touch, squeeze those inner thighs together. Belly's in tight, okay? Chest up, arms long, shoulders low, fingers stretching to the floor. Smile on your face, twinkle in your eye. This is good for you, okay? And then mentally, how do you feel? Are you tense? Are you rigid? Okay? Or are you strong? Are you confident? Are you stable? All right, that's what we're going for here in this posture. And then go ahead and release. Okay, great. And then we'll take a chair. Okay, we'll take the chair pose also. So same idea. Stand behind your chair, bend your knees. Okay, I'll turn to the side so you can see my body. Feet are about hip width apart. Bend, bend, bend. Okay, now try not to stick your backside out. Backside stays in. Tailbone tucks down, belly button comes up. Okay, think about that triangle on the bottom of your foot. You could hang on to your chair. You could have your arms out to the side. You could reach your arms forward. You could reach and extend those arms overhead. But what I want you to think about again is the inner parts of your legs. Okay, go ahead and stand up. Take a big inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, now if you had a challenge with balance in that one, it's okay. Repeat with your feet spaced. If you're able to walk those feet in a little closer, go ahead and do so. This would be more challenging, okay? Same idea, bend and hold. This time you might notice maybe your inner ankles touch, okay? Maybe your inner knees touch. If so, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe the inner thighs touch. If so, squeeze, 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 just like we pressed the two hands together, okay? Same idea. See if you're able to sink down just another maybe ½ inch. And you could leave hands here or take your arms in a different position. That's up to you. Inhale, go ahead and release. And then exhale, hands to heart. All right, so we'll take it to the front of the chair now. So come around to the front side of your chair seat. Triangle pose. So placing the left foot in between your two chair legs, or making sure that that's centered there. Step your right foot back. And the right toes are either pointed directly forward or they can turn in slightly. I'm not sure if you can see my foot there or not. Okay. Face forward. Think of the triangle on the bottom of your feet. Press your feet down there. Arms extend sideways. Okay. Shift that right hip forward slightly and then extend. We're going to reach forward and down to the chair seat with the right hand up in the air. Now, every finger stretching, lifting, reaching. If you have your balance and it's okay with your neck, tuck your chin in slightly and then rotate your head so that your eyes are looking up at your fingertips. Notice your feet. Did you roll to the outside edges? If so, lift your inner arches. Push that mound of your big toe down. Pull the belly in. Come on back up to start and then release. We're going to turn that left foot forward, step together, and switch. Okay. So this side, foot's between the two chair legs, so you have the seat right where you need it. Left toes forward, right toes out to the side, arms extended. Shift left hip forward, reach to the right, and then tick-tap those arms. One hand down, one hand up. Palm of the hand faces me. You can stay here if this is best for your neck, okay? Or tuck that chin in, rotate to look up. Know what your feet are doing. If you're rolling to the outer edges, think about the inner edges of your feet. Quads are nice and strong. Every finger lifting up to that ceiling. Pull the belly in. Inhale back to start and then release. Turn your foot forward. Big step together. Okay? Switching over to the other side. We'll take this again with a little variation. So left foot forward. Right foot steps back. Reach. Roll the right hip forward. Reach to the left and then take that hand down. Now the left hand should be on if you're on the palm of your hand, make sure your whole hand is pushing down every fingertip, okay, or the fleshy part of your hand there, reaching opposite direction, okay? So we want to think about as much energy moving up toward the ceiling as we have moving down to the floor. So here's just a little variation. Look down at the big toe on your left foot. And then release your head, look center again. Okay, now we're going to release that top hand. So either rest it on your hip or slide it behind the small of your back. So now this right shoulder, roll it back. Lift up through the right shoulder. Looking forward, pressing those feet down, keeping your kneecaps lifted. Now again, look at the left foot. Press the left hand into the chair seat. Tuck your chin a little closer to your throat. Lift through the right shoulder. Really gets into the neck and the shoulder here. Shoulders are stacked. Your chest is wide open to face this way. So try not to shove the chest or rotate the chest down toward the floor. Chest is wide, wide open. And then release the head. Reach that arm up. Pull your stomach in and hinge all the way back up to center. Okay? Release. Turn that foot forward. Big step together. And we'll switch. Other side. So it's getting nicer here, and we might be spending more time in the yard doing a little bit more physical labor maybe since you've got, I guess, time on your hands. I know that's what I've been up to. Press your feet down. Okay, lift those kneecaps, stand tall, arms extended. You'll rotate that left hip forward, reach to the right, and then tic-tac those arms. So triangle to begin, classic triangle. Palm faces up, strong feet, strong legs. Look down at the foot on your right side. So you'll notice here, lengthen the back of your neck, right? Your neck is nice and long. This is the neutral position for your head. Now look forward, release that hand. Either just rest it right here on your hip, or you can slide the back of your hand to the small of your back as well. Lift up through the left shoulder. Left shoulder, left shoulder, left shoulder. Lifts just like you had that hand in the air. Now turn the head, look at the foot on the right side. Move your chin a little closer to your throat. Lift through that left shoulder. Strong feet. Strong legs. And then release the head, reach. Pull that stomach in and hinge all the way back up to start. And then release the arms, turn the foot forward, big step together. Okay, so stepping behind the chair again. A couple more things I want to get through with you with this inner portion of your legs. Standing tall, mountain pose. I don't even think I said the name earlier. Push your feet down. Notice the triangle on the bottom of the foot. If you can, even if you're wearing shoes, push the ball of your foot down and raise your toes up. Okay, that's a really great way to activate the arch lifting in the bottom of your feet. Okay, hug those kneecaps up. Roll the inner chip of the knee in. Roll the inner thighs in. Okay, stand tall, arms out to the side. And if you need to, please keep your fingertips on the chair. Okay, so keeping all that activity, now roll to the toes, lift the heels. Keep that stomach pulled in. Try to find something to look at that's eye level, and then release. Make your feet go flat. So when we're working this tippy toe version of this posture, find something to look at that's not moving, just an inanimate object. When you look at me, I'm moving around. It's gonna throw your balance off. So again, stand tall. Okay, triangle of the foot. Inner chip of the knee moving in, inner thighs moving in, stomach's tight, chest up, shoulders low, relax through the neck, the chin, shift the weight forward, lift those heels up. Hang on to the chair if you need to. Bring the arms out a little wider if you need to. And then make those feet go flat, let your arms come down. So we're gonna progressively get those arms higher up on the toes. Okay, now if that's not where you're at today, hang on to the chair and just do one, right? One hand at a time. Okay, that's fine too. That's a little fast. We'll take it slower. So pushing feet down, get tall, get strong, shift the weight forward, inner legs working. Inner legs working. See if you can bring those arms shoulder height. Okay, up on the toes, stomach's nice and tight. And then let the feet go flat, let your arms relax. And of course, last one would be arms extended as high as you can overhead. But tighten up, get strong and tall first. Using the inner part of the legs, really pull that stomach in, breathe. Try not to hold your breath, find your point of focus, shift that weight. And then see how high can you get those arms? Okay. Nice and slow with the arms, slow movement. Can you raise your heels just another ½ inch? Can you suck that stomach in another ½ inch? Are you rolling to the outer edges of your feet? Go ahead and take your feet flat. Let your arms come all the way down. Okay, good job. One more. Take your feet wide, horse, just as wide as you can. Toes go out to the side slightly. Bend your knees. Okay, so we're gonna sink down low here. So knees are hopefully stacked pretty close to the ankles. Hang on to the chair or let your palms press together in front of your chest. Okay, helps to keep the chest up, sink down just another ½ inch, right? Are you rolling to the outer edges of your feet? Put weight on the mound of your big toe, the ball of the foot right under the big toe. Okay, good. My toes want to lift up in my shoes, and I'm okay with that. All right, good job. Go ahead and straighten up, reach. Nice big inhale breath. And let those arms come all the way down. Okay, now you can always hang on to the chair, bend and hold. This time, I'll take my hands to the top of my legs and just kind of shift back and forth, right? This is good for the hip flexors as well. And then find your center. You can, like, even if you want to hold the edge of the chair there, keeping legs bent, just press into the left toes. Raise the left heel up. You should notice that on the inner thigh there on that left side. And then make that foot go flat. Straighten up if you need a little break, okay? And then again, flat feet, bend, 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 horse pose, okay? Press into the right toes. Left heel lifts up. And then release that heel to the floor, straighten up. Okay, let's turn our toes forward and take a big step together. So hopefully by now you're feeling some good strength in those quads, in the inner portions of your leg. So the posture that we're really leading up to today is known as half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So this is a balancing pose, and a lot of the strength, a lot of the power comes from the inner thighs, the inner part of the leg. So let's take and step to the front side of your chair again. Now this time, our chair will be off to the side slightly, okay? So if you want to just watch me first, I'll show you what this looks like. So I like to teach this posture starting in triangle pose. And if you've seen the other videos, I think we've done this before. So half moon looks like this. We forget about that top arm for now. You'll lean toward the chair, support yourself on the chair seat, and then shift your weight forward. And as you straighten your standing leg, your back leg just lifts up. Okay, through the strength of those inner thighs. We're gonna ground through the inner thighs, okay? And then to release, you bend the front leg lower back down, okay? And come on up. So, wish I had a little bit more space here to show you. Hopefully my back leg will get in there. So find your triangle pose. Left foot forward first, okay? Arms extended. Push your feet down. Squeeze your legs. Stand nice and tall. Roll that right hip forward. Reach to the left. Tick-tock those arms. Beautiful. Triangle. You have two straight legs, two straight arms. Chest is wide open. Try not to let that chest sag toward the floor. Release your top hand to the hip, okay? Bend that left leg. Lean into the left chair. I'm even leaning into the far edge of my seat, okay? Shoulders stay back. Shift your weight into that bent leg. Don't straighten it yet, okay? As your right toes lift up, flex your foot. Flex the foot on that right leg, and then slowly straighten and lift. Foot is no higher than your hip. Keep flexing. Keep the heel of your foot strong. Power through the heel of your foot. Power through the inner leg, your inner leg muscles, keeping that foot lifted, lifted, lifted. Slow motion, bend your standing leg. Drop that right leg. Let's see if you can straighten the left leg. Reach your arm up again. Find triangle pose once again. Actually, let's drop that arm. Let's take that other version. Look down. Tuck your chin in toward the chest. Lift through your right shoulder. And then release. Arm up, belly in, all the way back up, and release. Okay, back to center. Turn the foot in, step together. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So it's a challenging pose. Believe it or not, it's a cooling pose. Okay, so and again, it requires just a lot of strength, right, on the inner portion of your legs. So step wide, face forward. Okay, arms out like a T. This time, left hip rolls forward. Reach to the right. Tick-tock those arms, triangle pose. Where's the weight on your feet, right? Push the mound of the big toe down. The ball right, I I guess below that big toe, the ball of the foot below the big toe. Now relax that top arm. You'll bend into the right leg, lean into the chair, shift that back leg forward, chest wide open. Lift the left foot, flex your foot. As you straighten that right foot, left foot just lifts up. Flex the foot, flex the foot, flex the foot. Strength through the inner thighs. Power through the heel of that lifted foot. And then slow motion, you'll lower that top foot. Straighten the right leg, find triangle again. And we took the variation on the other side, so release that top arm, look at the right foot, tuck your chin in slightly, reach through the left shoulder. And then release the head, reach the arm up, belly's in, come on back to center. Relax the hands, turn your foot forward, big step together. Okay, excellent, good job. So I'll turn my chair this way. Downward facing dog is next. So take the hands to the top of the chair or hang on to the sides of the chair. Step the feet back hip width. And again, if you find your chair is sliding, push it up against something that's sturdy. So if head has to stay level with heart, stay here, back is flat. If head can go lower than heart, step feet back. Lengthen out the arms, push the palms down, let the head hang. Okay, what are your feet doing? Triangle of the foot. I won't even go into all the detail anymore. Think triangle of the foot. Kneecaps lift, sit bones lift, belly button lifts. Shift the hips back. Try not to shove the chest to the floor. Try not to do that. That's not our goal. Breathe, active. Arms, legs, belly, back. Let the head hang. And then look forward, walk those feet toward the chair and stand once more all the way back up. Okay, pyramid, I'll leave my chair this way. You could stand behind your chair and hang on to the back of the chair, or you could stay where you're at in front. So let's take the right foot forward and your left foot back. And so your left foot is at a little bit of an angle. Hips are square to the chair seat. Okay, push your feet down, triangle of the foot. Hug those kneecaps up, pull your stomach in. Let your right hip shift back slightly. Let your left hip roll forward so hips are square. Okay, standing tall. Shift the hips back. Start to hinge the torso over the legs until you can take your hands down to the chair. Okay, and like I said, you can also stand behind and take your hands to the top of the chair too. Okay, time is flying by. But we'll hold this just for a breath or two, really trying to lengthen out the hamstrings here. Think about lengthening your spine as well. And of course, if you know you can go lower, you could always come down to your forearms. That's accessible. That would let the head hang low as well. But if that's too much, stay tall. Okay, you got to tune in to what's going on in your body today. And you may find it's different. It's always different from one day to the next. Push your back foot down. Pull your stomach in and lift the chest all the way back up to center. Switch. Okay, so plant. Get strong through the feet, strong through the inner parts of your legs. You might even feel like your inner thighs are kind of moving in toward each other, even with the legs split. Okay, left hip back, right hip forward. Hips are square. Stand tall. Shift the hips back. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Hinge, hinge forward until you can take your hands down. So I'm up on my fingertips here. Okay. Maybe you go to the palms, maybe not. Right? We're not trying to force anything. You're easing your body into the posture that's right for you in this moment in time. Nice grip on those On those thighs, are your feet rolling to the outer edge? Press the inner arches down as well. And again, if you can lower, do so. If not, don't. I think I have to revisit this later myself. Hands to the chair. Stomach's in, back foot pushes down, and we lift the chest back to center. Big step together, and then go ahead, if your chair's switched around, go to face forward once more and sit down. Okay. So reach those legs out just like we started. Feet are neutral, so you don't have to flex them at this point. Just as we started, sit tall, hinge forward, let your body fold in half. Just fold, fold, fold. Let your upper body feel heavy over the lower body. Lengthen out your breath. Take some longer, slower, deep breaths in. Longer, slower, deep breaths out. And then, however is most comfortable, start to raise the head, start to lift the upper body back to the regular way to sit in a chair. If you're forward, feel free to scoot all the way back, and we'll get ready for Shavasana. So this is our resting pose, our time to just let all the great benefits that you just achieved for your body settle in, okay, kind of simmer. Another way to look at it is like you're resting, but you're also recharging, kind of like recharging your battery, okay? So sitting comfortably but still tall. We want to rest the hands on top of the thighs. Make sure the feet are flat and not crossed anywhere. Keep the chest up, let your shoulders go low. Take the head side to side, just a little tiny stretch one way and then the other. And then bring your head back to the middle, tuck your chin down. So once more, I will invite you to close your eyes. And if that's not comfortable, find a spot that's down and forward just to let your eyes rest. Maybe half close the eyes. In this position, notice what your senses, what those 5 senses are telling you. What is it that you see, smell, taste, hear? How does it feel to touch the chair and the floor and the air in the room? Relax the skin around your eyes. No lines, no wrinkles. Relax the eyelids. Try to relax the whole face, actually. Almost imagine maybe that you've got just a warm, that your skin is like warm, wet washcloth. Okay, very relaxing to that face. Can you relax your eyes enough to let your eyes even go a little deeper into your skull? Letting the eyeballs shift closer in to your center. From here, observe just your normal breathing. Can you focus in on it? Can you tune into the air, the prana, the breath, moving in and out? Other thoughts will be distracting you, and it's okay. Choose that breath. Choose that breath. Consider your exhale, releasing carbon dioxide. And consider releasing on that exhale breath any negativity, worry, fear, sorrow, confusion, overwhelm. Try to release those things on that exhale breath, making space for better things. And now noticing your inhale breath, receiving that oxygen, receiving and filling up with all that's good. Filling up with hope, happiness, patience, gratitude, clarity, love. And now observing the stillness that you're experiencing. Just notice that stillness. And rest in a space of peaceful stillness. Remember that peace is always there at your center, at your core, waiting for your attention and your acknowledgement. And you can choose to find that place again. It's always there. So now begin to come back to your body awareness and start to make some little movements. Wiggling the fingers or toes or whatever feels natural to you is just fine. Just start to move around a little bit. And then if eyes are closed, find eyes open once more. And then we'll end our practice with the palms of the hands right at the center of the chest. Pressing left and right equally together. Thank you for taking time out today to take care of yourself. Okay? Gives you the equipment to be able to take care of all the other things and all the other people that who need you, I should say. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. So thanks again. Have a great day. Take care.